An explosive attack targeting the U.S. Embassy, then situated at the heart of Kenya's capital, forever altered the landscape of the country. This devastating assault, which claimed the lives of 213 individuals and left over 5,000 others wounded, brought the concept of terrorism into the lives of Kenyans on a deeply personal level. The nation's perception of security and general well-being also underwent profound transformation. Orchestrated by the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization under the leadership of Osama bin Laden, the incident represented a novel kind of horror within the country. As Muiga William explores the metamorphoses in countering and preventing terrorist menaces and assaults in Kenya, available data reveals that over the past decade alone, the country has been subject to, take this, more than 300 attacks, resulting in the loss of over 500 lives and countless injuries. Take a look.
Enoch Makanga was among the first servicemen from the Kenya Police Service to respond to the scene after a suicide bomber drove a truck loaded with explosives into the American embassy in Nairobi. The incident happened around 10:30 a.m. local time. An explosive loaded truck forced its way to the back entrance of the embassy in the busy downtown of Nairobi. The explosion reduced much of the interior of the embassy to rubble, with adjacent buildings located within a 2 to 3 blocks radius collapsing. The explosion was heard throughout the city, and the reverberations were felt in most parts of Nairobi.
It was basically very traumatizing in terms of the amount of work that we were doing. We couldn't rest. There was no time for resting.
Makanga, a bomb expert then based at the DCI headquarters, was involved in the investigation of one of Kenya's deadliest attacks, described the incident to have served as an eye-opener to Kenyan authorities on the gaps of combating terror-related incidences.
But right now, the police have a very clear mandate on when it comes to crime scene management.
Setting camp at the scene of the bomb blast, Makanga and his colleagues spent 3 months unraveling the circumstances that occasioned the death of 224 Kenyans, including 12 Americans. Reports of the investigation indicate the attack had been planned years in advance. Before
that time, we didn't have a proper intelligence team that only zeroes in on terrorism. We didn't have that. If it was there, then it was sleeping.
The 1998 attack in the Kenyan soil was not the last to be witnessed, with security analysts hailing Kenya's authorities for taking up the challenge and improving on tackling threats within its territories. Case in point is how the Dusit D2 attack on the 19th of January 2019 was handled.
Weaponry right now is much better advanced. Our kitting is much better advanced. Our training is much better advanced.
After the 1998 bombing, the nation has witnessed hundreds of attacks, but in this report, we focus on the last 10 years and highlighting the ones that recorded huge fatalities. Among them, on the 21st of September 2013, 71 people, including 4 terrorists, were killed in an attack on the Westgate shopping mall in Westlands, Nairobi. On the 2nd of December 2013 in Mandera East, 38 people were killed. In Peketoni, Lamu on the 14th June 2014, 57 killed. July 5th, 2014 at Hindi, Lamu, 21 killed. On the 21st of November at Bulampia, Mandera, 28 killed. And few months later, another attack at the same area, taking place on the 1st of December, where 36 were killed. And on the 2nd of 2015 at the Garissa University, 148 people were killed. January 15th, an attack at Dusit D2 hotel occurred, claiming 21 lives.
So we are seeing an evolution in terrorism, going much further from American interest to other interests.
Terrorism continues to pose a major threat to the security of the world, and Kenya is not an exception. The Ministry of Interior in an all-hands approach to combat and thwart terror threats within the country. Muiga William, TV 47, Nairobi.